a week later now.
For
For LA,
comes out 12 weeks later.
like a week late, like a week later.
Shut
It was like a week or
the
two.
fuck up.
Yeah, bro. You remember how it used to be like 60 days, and then it was 30 days,
Yeah.
and now I think it's like just 2 weeks later.
All right, everybody.
Just
Welcome to Gym Rat Chat episode 8, and finally back again. Earning his spot back as a host, we got Derek from FedEx here.
Damn.
Yes, sir. All those packages you seen delivered, it's because of me.
That's why they're all beat up and stuff.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Like, if you order these Chewy boxes or, like, any packages that are, like, too big, I just fucking throw them. Or just don't even deliver them.
Respect.
No,
I'm not sure. I don't blame you.
Yes, sir. And then we got Dare.Lifts here, aka Larry Wheels Jr.
You're...
Yo, let them know about your new YouTube video.
Oh,
though.
yeah, bro. Follow the YouTube. I'm starting to post constantly. Every Friday. The goal is you're going to see a YouTube video every Friday, TikTok every Tuesday, short every Monday, and a reel every Thursday. That's the goal. Consistency is key nowadays. Thank you, Michael.
He told you that?
Nah, it's just, Michael was just telling, every time we have him on, I'm like, yo, what's your key to success? And he's just like, consistency.
I mean, yeah.
You feel me? And now that I feel like, especially with you, shout out Luis for letting me borrow his mics while he's on IR right now. Making mic'd up content a lot. It feels a lot better. And I'm still trying to get used to it a little bit, but it's definitely a lot easier. Editing and shit is just like the fucking hard part. But honestly, I've been enjoying it. Everything so far so well. So good, so well. Shorts have been doing good. The reels are pretty decent. TikTok pretty decent. Can't complain, honestly. Slow and steady. We're gonna make it there.
Yes, sir. Yo, Derek, what you doing with content, bro? Don't you have a whole Instagram?
Bro, can we get you back on content, Derek?
Yeah. I might start, like, a series of, like, natural lifting.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, Derek. I genuinely think if you were to do like if we were to set up like you get Luis's camera and we do a documentary on you from like where you used to be, we take a bunch of clips of like a lot of your old lifts and shit
It'll
to
be
like your natty journey. It'll basically be like a mini like Larry Wheels like documentary.
Nah,
type
that's
shit.
like a
Yeah.
mini Callum Von Mauger.
Basically,
Oh,
bro.
hold on. No. Don't say that, because that dude...
Yeah,
dude
bro,
has a whole bunch of problems.
he went from 260 to 150 in that documentary.
That's not okay.
Yeah, because he tore his bicep and he like destroyed one of his knees.
Damn.
So,
Nah, but
but he's pretty big now.
yeah, I 100% think if we get, I like low key, Derek, we definitely should, because I think getting you like, doing like a mini documentary. Like, if you know Derek, like everyone remembers how like crazy big Derek used to be and how like the strength is still kind of there. It's just since you haven't been lifting,
Yeah, it just
it's
feels
like
weird.
everything. It's like a foreign movement. Like when you like train somebody for the first time, you get like a new client and they're like, oh, look, this feels weird. I'm like, yeah, you're probably gonna feel it in certain areas like this, and this because it's a foreign movement. But once you start doing that, once you start doing that movement more often, it starts feeling normal. It's kind of like deadlifting or benching, right? Like when you learn how to bench properly, it feels weird. You kind of like a little cramp in your back, your lats are more like it's really fucking weird. But then the more you do it, you're like, all right, cool, I'm used to this shit. So I think we just get you back into the gym. You
I
feel
need
me?
to start being more consistent. Like,
What?
the reason why I lost so much strength is not because I just hopped off. It's
Yeah.
because I just stopped going to the gym. I stopped eating, like, 4 meals a day. All that shit combined, bro. I just feel like fucking, like a new person.
It's a good and a bad thing. You feel me?
It's
Because
a good and a bad thing.
like you're more healthy now in that sense of like
Like, my strength just, like, fucking
it just go.
obliterated.
I don't know. Like I think it's one of those things where it's like you just gotta like wake it up type shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it's in there.
You know my top set for dumbbells, I think, was, like, 140s.
Mm-hmm.
Each hand for, like, 5 to 8 reps or something like that. Now,
You did the
I
hundreds
was
today for
struggling
like
for hundreds for 2.
yeah. I mean you'll see that on the video on Friday. FYI.
And I dropped, like, I was, like, 230 max, right? And I think I went down to, like 190?
You're like 190. It was like
Yeah.
200 flat basically. So yeah, a lot of drastic changes. But I mean, like I said, bro, it's a.
Like, you wouldn't even believe it, like the small things, like, not even just from losing size, but, like, people actually, like, treat you just a little bit different.
I mean,
That, like,
well, I'll say I can't speak from experience because
well, like, I don't know how to exactly. I mean, they don't treat you like shit. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
the
yeah.
very small details that someone like me, like when you're used to being like big, can like really pay attention and say like, oh, well, that's just a little bit off. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
People
know how
act
to
different
really
around you. Like,
explain
it's. Would you say you feel like people don't respect you as much?
It's not like they disrespect me,
But it's like-
it's very small.
you
like,
can tell that they feel like they're above you at a certain point. Or-
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that, just a little bit, but
Not as
tiny
extreme.
stuff like I can,
Yeah.
like they don't just like tell me like, oh, Derek,
You're a
this,
bitch, yeah.
they just straight up bully me. No, it's
Yeah.
not like that, but it's just some things where you can just tell like people just look at you like they're above you. I guess that's what I could say. I kind of feel weird saying that because
Because I get what you're trying to. It's like it's because there's no like proper way to explain it because it's like one of those things where it's like
I don't think anyone really just like properly, in their conscious mind says, oh,
I'm better than him type
I'm better
shit.
than him. It's just like
They just look at you different because you're just small now. Like
Yeah.
and like it's weird. It's so weird calling you small because like I said earlier, like your frame, you still have the frame, right? Like you just got to pour water into the cup.
yeah, and
type
this
shit.
is an exaggerated comparison, of course.
Yeah.
But like imagine like, oh man, like some very like twig guy
Yeah.
like shows up, right? Or, for example, if you're trying to do like a business deal with someone, like I'm not saying someone totally jacked,
Yeah.
right? But someone that has like a little bit of meat to their frame
Yeah.
compared to someone that looks like someone from the Holocaust.
Yeah. Jesus
Right.
fucking Christ.
That's an extreme comparison,
Yeah.
but like in your head, you're not like, oh fuck this guy, he's skinny,
Yeah.
right? It's just like you're just more like,
You're more wary about it. You're like,
Yeah.
you're like you're more. I don't want to say conscious. You're more careful about how you approach. It's weird. It's just
Yeah.
weird. Like it's really weird to explain. I know what you're trying to say,
Yeah.
but it's like one of those really weird things where it's like people just treat you differently because you're not as
that's what
big
I'm
as you used to
saying.
be.
And I think it's like the way that I act sometimes too.
Yeah.
Like because before, I think when I was on it, I think that I was like,
You were just confident. You don't walk.
I
around,
was confident.
You don't walk
like,
around with
I
that
don't-
confidence
but
anymore.
It was so bad. Like I think that I had the confidence of like, I remember like I would just do
1,000
things, like,
Spartans.
I did not give a fucking shit.
Yeah.
You had like Manny's ego.
It wasn't even like an ego. Like it just didn't even phase my mind
Yeah.
to give a fuck.
You didn't second guess yourself at all.
At all.
Yeah.
And it was so bad because I just used to sometimes say things and do things like, I mean, that was just not like, I mean,
It wasn't out of pocket.
it wasn't
but,
out of pocket.
but it was
just
definitely like you were
it was
just.
like now that I'm like, I'm off it, I kind of just realized like shit.
You think twice before you talk now.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I can't believe like some things that I used to do when I was on. I was kind of like, fuck, dude, like I did that shit. Like I said that, like that's fucking crazy.
Hey, that should make you a different man, bro.
Yeah, but now I'm off it. It's like I guess I think a little bit more clear, but I also feel more passive.
Yeah.
That's like one of the worst fucking things that I hate.
To go from a like really aggressive person to
Yeah.
someone who's like, I mean, but you were never really aggressive. Like I feel
I
like,
wasn't really aggressive,
Yeah, I was
but it's
saying.
like more. I felt like I had like the power to
Yeah.
always,
Is that a new band? I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is a new
That shit
band.
looks
She
nice.
got this from me. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Coach.
Hey. I was like, it just caught my attention while you were moving your hands. My bad.
Yeah, but this one's too nice though.
Let me see.
Because it's fucking dirty.
Let me see that.
Yeah, but this is like I actually signed.
Oh, it left a mark on your finger.
No, that's from fucking FedEx shit.
What?
Yeah, when you work at FedEx, your hands get all fucking black and shit.
And it's only on your ring finger, right?
Well, no, it's because I didn't take it off. That's why.
What?
I didn't take it off.
Because
my-
dirt got underneath it. Like
Yeah.
he was washing all like when you're like so when you put it first of all, this was. Do I have bigger fingers than you?
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh my god!
No,
Jose.
you know what's crazy? Like the thickness of my fingers got fucking smaller when I got
Oh
off it.
my gosh!
Like it was just I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
Because
like,
you lose like fat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all.
Well,
That's
it
all it
just,
really is.
I guess my hands were like more thicker because
Yeah,
like the water.
water.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
water retention.
Bro,
and
that's the
everything.
other thing, bro. Like, I remember asking my employer, right? Like, cause he was asking what size shirt, and I was like, bro, I'm a fucking.
Are you a medium now?
I'm like I think I might be a medium or a large.
Damn, yo,
And
this
I-
motherfucker used to
you
have to
know
wear
what's
like
crazy?
XL shit, bro.
You know what's crazy? Like when I was like peak, right? I remember I was like I used to fit perfect in 2XLs.
Yeah, bro, I know.
Like 3XLs was pushing it. 2XLs was like perfect, and like now I have to ask for a large and like.
That's
Look how fucking loose this shit is.
That's
Like,
crazy. Yo, this motherfucker
That's
used to like
crazy.
explode out of his shirts back in the day, bro.
but it's like, I don't know if I want to like go back on it because like, don't get me wrong, I felt confident all
Yeah,
this
yeah,
other
yeah.
shit, but like, at the same time, it's just like, like I felt like, I mean, I probably could have better managed my cycles, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if it's normal to be 230, right? And then just still feeling like you're fucking breathing. Like, I felt like lethargic sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? I felt like very tired. Like, if you asked me to, like, pick something up or, do something like that or even fucking running.
Trust me, I know.
And I'm like, bro, how do these bodybuilders, like, 250, 280, 300?
I mean, you also never did cardio, though.
That's true, but I don't think it matters when you weigh like 280 or 300 pounds. Like you're still gonna.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, but you were like 230. I think if you were 230, you did cardio every day.
And I feel like if you did cardio, if you're like 250, 270, or 300,
yeah,
like you making your heart
work extra
works.
hard. Well, I mean, it's 230 fat versus 230 muscle is two different things, though, and we all know that.
That's true. I felt like I also carried a lot of water weight.
Yeah,
I think I actually carried a fuck ton of water weight, more than I realized.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, gains on gear, and majority of it, like you see 10 pounds, 7 of it is going to be water.
I think the biggest mistake I did was I didn't properly manage my estrogen on cycle. Like that's what you should always do 100%. But like, honestly, that shit's fucking expensive to always get. Like, if you don't have it covered by insurance, like I don't even know how that works. Like, if you get it, like I don't know, like if you could just go with insurance, just do routine checkups on your blood work and stuff. Like, that's like fucking suspicious.
Dude,
like if you're a young male, checking up your blood work all the time.
Basically, I mean, like I feel like being a professional bodybuilder is probably like the most expensive thing in the world to do.
It is,
because it's like we all know 95% of the professional bodybuilders, if not 98.9% of the professional bodybuilders in the world that we all like know and love, they're not natural, and they've invested so much into their health to like take care of themselves and shit. It's like out of the fucking ass. Like I think was it who was talking? It was either Charles Glass or fucking Ronnie, that they were just talking about. I think it was Charles, and he was just talking about how like a lot of the bodybuilders now, or back then, they were all dying left and right because then they didn't have access to doctors the way we do now.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like that shit. But it's like now, you're like spending like a bag, bro. Like,
yeah,
dude,
you're spending a bag on that shit. Like, unless you got like the hookups,
yeah,
you only get the hookups if you're
if you're in the circle. Yeah, it's a circle.
Yeah, exactly, and like the most expensive thing is just like, for some people it might be the drugs.
Yeah.
It might be the checkups with the doctor.
Yeah.
And then if you just say, let's just say you win like first place, second place, third place in a bodybuilding competition, you're only getting like maybe depends on what competition you go to, maybe like 10 grand.
Yeah, there's like no money in bodybuilding.
Unless you're like Big Ramy, but then think again, obviously he's getting paid more to win the Mr. Olympia. But he also invested so much money to himself. So I think the only thing is sponsorships can make a living.
And I will say that about the sport of powerlifting and bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I feel like unless you're getting sponsored, like this is dead ass like a thing that if you don't love it, don't fucking do it. Because even with powerlifting, you don't win shit. Like
there's like no money even in bodybuilding.
Yeah, so
Big Ramy, you got to be like top dog, and he gets like what's the check, like $200K?
But that just goes to like back into the drugs.
Yeah, so
that's You just really have to love the sport.
Yeah, but it sucks.
And if you don't love it, like you're just gonna get weeded out.
Basically,
like, you're just gonna get dropped like fly, and then you're just gonna end up quitting and just realize like you
wasted so much time. And
if you're gonna do it, you're gonna have to go all in.
And I feel bad because I'm like, I honestly feel like.
Yeah, there's no such thing. I feel bad for all those like kids thinking that you're gonna stay natty and become Mr. Olympia. Like that's not gonna
Oh, I
happen.
mean, at a young, I feel like at this day and age, a lot of kids don't think that anymore because people are so open about it.
Yeah, but
Well,
like there's
people-
still those couple.
Oh, of course,
But
this is
there's
a
definitely
nice
a lot
people.
of kids that think that you're just gonna take creatine and you might look like
Alex Eubank or whatever his
Yeah,
fucking
no.
name is.
I mean, there's a lot of Photoshop that goes on with the Instagram, and
Photoshop
social
lighting,
media.
yeah.
People, even though they look natty, nowadays in the fitness industry, they're
SARMs.
always on SARMs, TRT, or
It's always
small dosage. Like,
Yeah.
bro, no one's.
There's no
telling the
such
truth.
thing as natty. Literally,
Well-
Mike O'Hearn is not natty,
Yeah,
and he still claims it. He still claims it.
like not even the fitness.
It's so
influencers are
funny.
Natural.
Oh yeah, a lot of them take bro. There's this
surgeries.
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Mike
there's-
O'Hearn literally has been claiming natty since like the 70s.
God damn.
Nah,
Is he even
I'm wrong. The
sponsored? Or,
90s.
like,
Yeah,
is
he
he-
has sponsors. He got money.
But yeah, oh no, I just feel like the sport of lifting, bodybuilding, and powerlifting should become at least like a paid sport at this point, where it's like we should. I feel like at least the U.S. should look into like starting powerlifting teams, pretty much like a league basically, right?
Yeah.
Like where you just get people, you start a team, and y'all travel the world and compete. I know that's what the Olympics is for. I'm like, it's not really the same thing. Like I'm talking about how we have the NBA and WNBA. I'm not saying we should get paid like that. I'm 100% saying we do not deserve NBA level fucking pay.
I don't
or
know,
NFL
bro.
level
It kind
pay.
of matches through the economics because, listen, the NBA compared how many people watch the NBA compared to the Mr. Olympia.
Oh, but them MLB players.
Oh no, baseball players get paid the bag because it's an all year round kind of sport.
Yeah.
That's one thing with baseball. It's like on the contract itself is looks small, but the fact that it's an all year round sport, it adds up after a while. Baseball players are the highest paid athletes in the world,
That's true.
and it's crazy. But
Bro,
yeah,
them motherfuckers be taking roids too.
oh 100%.
Oh yeah, they
100%.
abuse it.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I remember Alex Rodriguez. I think that what they found in his system was actually Test and Primo.
Yeah,
Who?
Alex Rodriguez,
yeah.
the New York Yankees player.
yeah. Oh, right. Go Yankees! We better win the
Like you
World
don't
Cup
have to
this
be
or World
buff
Series
and
this year.
jacked.
You don't, but it's like you gotta once again an all year
Oh,
round
did you just
sport.
say the Yankees are winning?
Yeah, the World Series. We're gonna win the
Oh,
World
yeah.
Series this year. Fuck yeah. But yeah, for like an all year round sport, bro, you gotta take something.
Yeah.
The wear and tear you get
Especially as you get older.
especially because baseball, you can play baseball until you're like fucking 50 for real,
Yeah.
right? So like as a pitcher, it's meant typically the pitchers and like the best hitters hop on a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like an outfield or some shit, like
But I just feel like in baseball, I mean, like, does that really help if you take steroids?
it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's yes and no.
It helps with the athletic performance.
the athletic performance and the heel factor. You gotta think about the heel
guess.
factor.
I mean, but you're gonna put on muscle tissue, which means that you're gonna gain weight faster.
But you gotta remember, there's a lot of fat baseball players.
There is, yeah. I mean, but honestly, at the
You
end
just
of the day,
gotta
if you're swinging
sprint.
a bat, it just has to do all about eye contact
I mean,
with the ball and
100%, which
mechanics.
a lot of them probably already have, so they're just missing that extra power. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's
guess,
weird,
yeah.
yeah. But saying, oh yeah, baseball player took steroids, that's so far out of left field that you would not expect it. But when you really look into the sport, you're like, all right, I'm not justifying it because it's cheating either way, especially on a athletic competition level. Like no one should be taking steroids. I know obviously NFL players do it, NBA players do it, everyone fucking does
Fuck
it.
yeah, dude. NFL players, bro, they be looking fucking
Bro,
jacked.
Brock Lesnar's a fucking prime example.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar is he played for the Minnesota Vikings. Dude was fucking huge. Like a lot of those people hopped on roids, bro.
I just want to know when they come off, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's gonna be interesting.
But nah, so all in all though, just to end that part is I feel like powerlifters and bodybuilders deserve to be paid like athletes at this point, especially with the way that the fitness industry has been evolving in that sense. Because honestly, personal trainer, we're all certified personal trainers here, but obviously Derek with the FedEx route, he's still training to export. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm not gonna say anything right now on that. But it's even personal trainers low-key get paid. You have to really work on establishing yourself to pick up a clientele. That's being a personal trainer is honestly
You gotta hustle in the fitness.
it's I would say it's harder than content creating.
I don't know, bro. Because with content, it's like when you have a client, you get the client. That's the hard part.
but
With content, the hard part is as soon as you start. Like, what type of video am I gonna make? Why
but
do
it's
people-
you can always just hop on what's trending. You feel me?
I mean, yeah, but then it doesn't make it interesting.
I mean, 100%. But just to catch people's eyes to start off with,
I mean, I guess, but
it's easier to hop on a trend for content than it is to find a fucking client. Like obviously, I know with export you're picking up a lot of clients because people see you lift there. And you're strong as shit, right?
Yeah.
And like with that age range, it works. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But like just like to like go out and really like set up like an Instagram account and try to like go off of that, dude. That shit is fucking hard, bro.
Yeah, probably.
Like,
to convince someone.
Yeah,
pay
to
you.
like buy training, bro. Like
Yeah.
that shit is not. And I've realized that where it's like, trust. There's been a lot of times where I've like second guessed myself. I'm like, is this the field I want to be in? But me personally, I know that it's like fitness or nothing at this point. I can't. Like, I don't know how you did it, bro, but I can't live without fitness, bro. Like,
Thing is, like, I had to make a tough choice. You know what I mean? Like the circumstances and the situation. I'm in.
yeah, oh yeah,
As
100%.
much as I love fitness, right? As much as I love, if that stuff paid like well enough for me to
Oh,
sustain a living,
fuck
I
yeah.
would fucking
Fuck
stay. Like, you would still see me lifting. You would still see me big as shit. But,
Yeah.
you know, everything, you know, is so expensive.
Gotta pay the
in
bills,
fitness
bro.
community, and the return of investment just
It wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it, man, and it really sucked.
And that, see, this is what I'm fucking talking about. This shit like this, where it's like, you got people like, and it sucks because like, you have so many people that quit on their dreams because, you know, you got to pay the bills. And I get it, you know, economic balance. We gotta feed into the shit so the world can keep spinning. The world revolves on money. But it's like you have people who sacrifice. You have some people that sacrifice their dreams just to pay bills due to inflation or due to like people just not wanting to, companies not paying their employers right, or you have bosses fucking you over and shit like that. Not dropping any names, but yeah. So like it's rough out here, bro. It's like if you don't, my best suggestion to anybody, obviously, you should always have a side hustle. Like always, fucking like training. Unless you're an established trainer, training should be your side hustle, and you should find like a trade or something, like HVAC, fucking plumbing, or FedEx. Look, I know FedEx pays pretty decent, right? It pays the fucking bill. Whatever pays the fucking bills at the end of the fucking day.
Yeah, bro.
But it's like to like fully like give up on your fucking dream is like it's rough, bro, because you
Dude.
step away from it and then like when you come back, it's like a foreign object.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, that's just all I wanted to say to end that segment to like kind of
Like,
start
can
off
you
with.
believe it? Like, if you're like a general manager at McDonald's, right?
You get paid more
you
than
getting, you getting paid really decent, right, to make people fat. But if you're a personal trainer, right, and you want to go ahead and change people's lives for the better, you don't get paid that much.
Oh, bro, I mean, because you got to think like this. Like McDonald's have been around for so long. McDonald's is worldwide, right? So it's like
They're just like that.
It's just we have an obesity epidemic in this world,
bro,
right?
especially in America.
And when especially America, right? And the personal trainers that are here in the U.S., you think that we would be making fucking bank because there's an epidemic in the
But you have these body positivity fuckers who don't want. It's like
Bro,
That's why I
body
really fucking hate
positivity.
America.
Notice how like the only body positivity girls are like extremely ugly ones that no one wants.
I mean, basically,
Bro, it's
to
like
put it in
this-
that terms, yeah.
It's the same with feminists. Like they just hate men because they can't pull it.
No, fact, and you know what's crazy? I would like to like define myself as a feminist. Like I believe in women's rights. I believe that women, you know, all that good shit.
I
But it's
really
like,
believe. I believe also in equal rights, but with that comes equal fights.
oh my fucking god.
So for
please.
that reason, I very much support feminism and everything they stand for.
I just-
Especially if equal fights are included, I'm all for it.
Jesus
And
fucking
if
Christ.
men try to have any sort of masculinity in this world, whether it's working out, right, or you know, just simple shit.
Well,
right? You're a
we,
misogynist.
we're misogynists. We have a phobia of being. I'm so like it's crazy because like okay.
Yeah,
so,
bro, guys should not be wearing a dress, bro.
But you know what's crazy though? Like men are not the same men now, or you know, compared to what they were
Oh yeah, back in the day.
like, back in the day, bro. Like we had some fucking strong ass men.
Yeah.
Didn't give a shit what they were saying.
Yeah.
Right. And at the end of the day, they got shit done. Right. They provided for their families. Right. And they didn't have to worry about like being that's misogynist. You can't say that, or that's
Yeah.
transphobic. Bro, like nowadays people are just so people cannot speak their minds.
Without getting canceled.
Yeah,
Without
they
getting
they
canceled.
ruined Family Guy. They ruined Family Guy
Yeah.
for me because after this whole cancellation thing started, they had to notch it down with the jokes they make. They don't make no race jokes anymore.
That's crazy.
They don't
Everyone's
make-
so sensitive. Everyone thinks that they need to be catered to. It's like send these fucking feminists to another country.
You
right?
can't-
And then you'd really understand what oppression is.
The problem with the world nowadays, facts.
Yeah.
Facts, 100%. People will say, "Oh yeah, men are misogynist." Like, no, let me send you to fucking Iraq or something, and then you really let me know how it feels, like you said, to be
and they're like,
oppressed.
oh, but you know, the U.S. should be the land of the free.
Which-
that's not what.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, a lot of people, like, America is no longer free anymore. Like that's
They
just
really think that free is in its very, very, very literal sense that you can just do whatever the fuck you want in America.
yeah. But it's once again everyone contradicts themselves because especially feminists, it's like, oh, we want to have this rights, this rights, this rights. All right, cool. Now if I have an opinion, right? If I'm like, all right, cool. This is not saying this, but I'm like, all right, cool. I feel like women don't deserve to get paid as much as men, right? I'm a misogynist, but that's an opinion. And then I get canceled for it instead of me just having an opinion, having the freedom of speech, and that being that. Like
They want all opinions. They want free speech, but
Yeah.
they're going to censor your opinion because they don't agree with it.
Exactly. And that's the problem. Like people, like you have to understand where it's like when we're if we're talking, if we don't agree on something, we don't agree on something. Oh fucking well. Like you can't make everybody happy, and that's where America's going wrong. Is like you're trying to make everyone happy to the point where when you're trying to make everyone happy, you end up catering to one side more than the other. Right? There's no balance anymore. Like there used to be about like I 100% believe in the world, right, that we still need to have bad people so we can have good people. It's a balance thing, 100%. Like that's just how that's the kind of person I am, right? Where it's like if you wipe the world of all bad people, bro, this shit would not.
Yeah, there's no Batman without the Joker.
Exactly. Now I was like, oh, but like Batman wouldn't have to be a person if there were no bad. 100%. But cops would be out of the jobs. No like you know what I mean. Like, and then the world just be soft. It'd just be a really soft fucking place. Yeah. And some people might think that's okay.
It's becoming that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it's becoming, bro. America just got rated the world's softest fucking military. And I have a friend in the military, and I asked him, I was like, do you agree with this? He was like, fuck yeah. And it's because the military is starting to cater to the weaker side. It's starting to cater to the liberals.
Watch them being like, you're in boot camp, and the sergeant, he's getting mad at everyone, and he sees the fat guy, and the fat guy's like, hey, Sarge, I don't want to run this. Mind if I sit out?
Dude, and I'm like, bro, in my eyes, when you go to the military, it's gonna sound fucked up, but I feel like you're right to go out the fucking window. Because
Facts, you should not be fat and going into the military.
Yeah, bro,
first
the
of all.
military continues to drop their requirements. Yeah, and it's not okay, bro. And they're dropping the requirements to match female.
Like for the freaking fit test.
Right?
Like
the fit test.
Pull-ups.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like, no,
in the
bro.
police, it's like you gotta bench press like half of your weight. You gotta do like 3 pull-ups. You gotta do like
a fitness.
And they deem that as an accomplishment, like
Right,
you're a good
bro.
fit. That's why you don't see cops chasing people no more.
Yeah, you see them
Right.
on right, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, like.
But like people are so afraid to do shit today in today's world, right? You see so much crime happening, right? And you're like, hey, cop, there's a bad guy right there, and you can see him fucking shoot him. Oh well, we can't do anything, right? Because we don't want to offend anyone.
Right, that's
Right.
what I'm saying. Like, people are at this point. People are tying the police's
We
hands.
can't accuse. We don't know if we shot him because of this and that. What happened to actually just fucking being a man and going over there and trying to protect
Bro.
society nowadays?
No one's
hey,
telling-
what happened to like being a man and just straight up telling them, hey, I don't like you because of your race, and just shooting?
I was
Back
like,
then-
wait, I was like, he's gonna say something real here. Oh,
They just ruined it.
Because
absolutely.
back then, when cops were racist, they were racist. Like they didn't care. They told you they didn't
I'm
like
gonna say,
you.
yeah, if you're gonna be I'm 100% with that too. I'm like, if you're gonna be racist, be openly racist. Stop fucking trying to hide who you are.
so much
Like
closet
that.
racist today.
Yeah, because I'm like, honestly, it makes it worse for you. Because then when you do something out of a racial intent, it's like, oh, well, he was never like that. Then it just becomes a really weird scene. But it's like, if you're openly racist, motherfucker, like at least people already are aware of who you are. You feel me? Like I don't fuck with that like two-faced kind of. That's just me, right? I don't fuck with that two-faced kind of vibe. Like if you don't like me because I'm black, oh well, who cares? If you don't like me, all right, cool. That it is what it is. You feel me? If you feel like I got a fucking gun in my car because I'm not telling you to shoot me, but
I feel like racism, like 99% of racist people, right? They're the type of people that, like, let's say it's a white guy, right? And he sees a black guy walk in, he'll be the type of guy to be like, oh, hey, it's Tim or whoever. He'll, like, dap him up or whatever, and then later in the day, he's like, damn, bro, I hate Tim. He probably commits crimes.
hey, bro,
99% of racist people are like that.
bro,
And then there's,
Biden.
like, that 1%
People are
that's
just
like,
so
I hate
afraid.
those blacks.
Right.
People just don't stand up for themselves. People don't express their views anymore. Everyone is just like so fake nowadays, bro. Like they're just
100%.
hiding their true selves.
And that's just
They're
how the
just-
world
but-
is now.
society's just so scared to just like
Be themselves.
offend.
Like
Or,
facts,
like, you
nobody-
know,
Be
like,
themselves. No one can be
dude,
themselves anymore.
if shit offends someone, right? I think people would appreciate that you're fucking honest with them.
That's what I always say in my opinion, because like I know that's how I am.
It's
bro.
like if someone just said, Derek, I don't fuck with you because of this and that, and I'd be like, all right, cool, right?
Right,
Like,
and-
let me just step out your way.
Yeah, so-
and instead of being fake, and then in the long run, you're
And then-
gonna screw me over.
Yeah,
and then,
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what all it comes down to is just being honest, bro. Honest. Everyone's like women, bro. And this is gonna come. It's funny how it always comes back to women, right? Where it's like women want men to be honest, right? So when a guy is like, I don't like you because you're overweight, or I don't like you because this, that, and the third, or I don't like you because just because they have stipulations, it becomes an issue because you have a preference or you feel something like, bro, people don't have to like you like that. Like that, this is plain and simple. Like I can literally not know who the fuck you are, and just like you can give me a bad vibe. That's how I am. If I don't know you, or like say like y'all brought someone around us, right, and they were friends with you, but they gave me a weird vibe, I'd tell you straight. I'm like, yeah, I really don't fuck with them. I'm just letting you know, type shit, right? Where I'm like, if they're around, I'm not gonna be around. I had a friend like that where it was like, I had these female friends, right, and then they were dating a guy that I didn't like, right. I'm not gonna tell you to stop dating that guy because I don't like him, right?
Yeah.
I just told him straight up. I'm like, yo, me and him don't really get along. I don't like the motherfucker, but I'm still gonna be around you. Just when he's around, you're probably not gonna see me anymore. And then they got mad at me because I said that. I'm like, so you're mad at me for telling you the truth about me, how I feel about somebody else, and trying to like basically stop like any like altercations or anything to happen. I'm like, bro, I don't want to have to sit there deal with it, and then some shit happen, and then you're like, oh, why did that happen? You feel me? I'm like, just be fucking open, be honest, and let your opinion be heard. Because at the end of the fucking day, people say, oh, your opinion fucking matters, bro. Like, no matter where you are, bro, if you have something to say, fucking say it. Because at the end of the day, if you don't say anything and shit blows up, you're fucked. But at least if you said something and shit blows up, you said something.
Right. Yeah.
And that's all it ever is, bro. Say something. I'd rather you say something than not say anything at all, bro. That is like literally, because that could save someone's life. And that's another thing, right? Where it's like, I feel like a lot of times, if you feel something's off, even cops, in my opinion, cops have the right to have an intuition, right? Everyone's like, oh, don't assume. But if you have a gut feeling, you're trained for this, right? If I have a gut feeling that you have a gun, right, and I pull you to the side, you could be a blackmail, right? But if I have an intuition, and I'm like, yeah, let me pull you to the side and pat you down, I'd rather be safe than fucking sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
But cops can't do that anymore. It's like
Oh yeah, it's because
I
like
forgot what the right that they got taken away, but basically
nah, it's
it's
like
something with the insurance. That insurance no longer covers them for something.
I don't know.
But they pretty much got their right stripped away, or
Yeah.
something as a police officer. So like, I don't.
Probable cause? You talking about probable cause?
No, it's not that. I forgot what it was. They just, I want to say a couple months ago, they actually officially just took this right away from them. It's like some shit with insurance. Maybe if I look it up. Forgot. It was.
bro.
like
The
special
thing is, a
number.
lot of people don't realize that a lot of cops that commit these crimes, say of like pulling a black guy over that didn't do anything, majority of the time, believe it, they're actually not even racist.
Yeah, they have an intuition, like I said, and everyone has a right. Everyone has a wrong intuition. Like, it's okay to be wrong. But once again, I'd rather have a 50% shot of stopping a motherfucker who might be going to rob a bank than absolutely not taking a chance because I don't want to deal with the race bait afterwards.
Yeah, it's also more of a bias
Oh, 100%.
because
bro.
like, let's say if Derek gets jumped right by 5 Asian guys, and then he walks home a week later and then gets jumped again by 5 Asian guys, and then the week later he walks by 5 Asian guys, he gets jumped again. The next week, and he walks by a group of 5 Asian guys, what's he gonna think?
He's an asshole maker and jump him.
Exactly.
So I think what happened was, like the police department or something like that would like.
Is it
They
just
would have
a...
insurance to cover like the officer's liability for like civil lawsuits.
Oh,
But
okay.
now they actually have to pay for their own.
Oh, so they're making cops pretty much cover their own ass at this point.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm like.
In civil lawsuits.
Yeah.
So basically, like, if I pulled you over because I had an intuition feeling or I had a bad feeling about you, or if I stopped
You could sue me.
Yeah. Which, I get that, but it's also like, once again, like, there's ways to go about it. Because I feel like some cops do it in a very aggravated manner sometimes. But I also feel like people are just super, super fucking defensive nowadays. If you're
They just see
innocent,
those fucking cop videos on
that's what I'm-
TikTok. Like,
if you're
oh, you gotta know
fucking
your
innocent,
rights.
if you're innocent, bro, if a cop comes to stop, if I'm walking down the street, right, and a cop's like, "Hey, excuse me, sir," God damn, that shit was
They're just moving the big strips.
No, I know, but Jesus Christ, I didn't think I was gonna be
Yeah.
that loud. But like, if I'm walking in the middle of the street, right, you know, I got my hoodie. I walk around with my hoodie a lot, right? I got my hoodie on. Cop stops me. He's like, hey, "Excuse me, sir." And he's like, "Yeah, your ID." I'm like, "Yeah, cool." Like, now, see, I'd low key be fucking that situation because I don't walk around with my wallet. I leave my wallet in my. Well, I'm not gonna say where I leave it, but
But if they'll probably be like, yeah, let me just get your name. right?
yeah, bro, I'm
But
cool
if
with
you
it.
know if you've done absolutely nothing,
Bro, you're
should be
fine.
fine.
Exactly. Stop fucking panicking.
but if you
When
have like all these crimes you've committed and you're wanted and everything like that,
of course,
and
you're fucked. You're fucked.
Of course, you don't want to give it away because then you're gonna go to fucking
Exactly,
jail,
you
which
look
you need to go to jail
sus.
for if you have fucking crimes you've committed.
Exactly, bro. I'm like, yo, black, white, like no matter what, bro. Like, if you're an innocent person and you know you didn't do anything, bro, just cooperate. You cooperate, you're making your life so much easier. Stop trying to be like these social media people and hop on a fucking trend and sit here and be like, oh, they're pulling me over because it's racist. Bro, no,
The
bro.
same people that would go ahead and call the cops if someone was doing something to them.
Yeah, oh, 100%, bro.
Oh, we fucking hate cops. You know, cops this and that, profiling. You know, they falsely arrested me, but oh fuck, you're gonna fucking shoot. Oh, 911.
Yeah, let me call the cops. Yeah, so it's like, if you hate the cops, bro, you shouldn't be calling the cops. Handle it your fucking self, and then deal with the cops afterward. Either way, you gotta deal with the fucking cops. But yeah, I really feel like the whole like just that shit in general, like cops should be allowed to follow their intuition because that shit it could save somebody's fucking life, bro. And the fact that they're especially if they're taking that assurance away for cops to basically not follow their intuition, crime rate's gonna go up because they're not gonna want to stop anybody anymore.
There was on the news or something like that. Crime is actually surging in the U.S. or something.
I
Like that.
fucking believe it, bro. Like I said, if that,
Like,
if
I
that
just feel
shit,
like cops are fucking useless.
I mean, one, they're underpaid, right? Because I know
Underpaid.
Prince George County, literally, the chief of police was like, "Yeah, we need more cops, like ASAP type shit." So it's like they're underpaid, they're disrespected widely, right? Like I said, once again, there's racist cops out there. Not denying that. You know, one bad person can ruin it for everybody. Same thing like when we were in school and that one kid was talking all fucking class and the teacher's like, no fucking recess, like we were all mad. That's basically how it is, bro.
Yeah.
If one bad cop is in a police department and he ends up shooting somebody dead ass because of race or some shit, or he has a background because of that shit, that whole police department is fucked. I'm not denying that.
And people want to defund the police.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Imagine
bro.
if there's no funds going to our police department, right? And bro, literally all crime is gonna go crazy. I mean, do they not understand the logic? Like, if you defund the police department,
People don't think about
you think that people are going to be like, "Oh man, the police are gone. All right, we're going to actually start acting very good. There's going to be no crime. We're going to take care of it. Us
There's-
citizens are."
people
gonna take
have no principle or no like actual I don't want to say intellect, but they don't think about what they're saying before
it.
they say
People are
it.
so based off. Well, in the United States, right? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's different in other countries.
Oh no, I mean, well, because other countries are like more militia, like if you go to Dominican
I
Republic,
forget where, but if you get caught stealing,
oh, that's the Middle East. The Middle East, they cut your fingers off.
Yeah.
Middle East, China.
over here, yeah, we're just gonna send you here. You get out. It's fine. No worries.
Oh yeah, it's soft. It's
Yeah.
100% soft.
I mean, I don't even know. I just feel like the justice system in the U.S. is also trash.
Oh, 100% because if a cop kills somebody, I feel like that cop should serve some kind of time, especially if that person, like I said, was an innocent person.
It's just so flawed. People are just, worried about other people's feelings. But, people just can't stand by the rules and the logic anymore, right?
Oh,
They always just stray away from logic, like, oh, you're sorry. Okay, no problem. We know you have a life ahead of you, so we're going to cut you loose. But if people would just stay very strict with their principles, right, we're going to have a lot more people obeying the law, right? Because they're going to be like, oh, well, he did that? Oh, I don't want my fucking hand chopped
yeah,
off.
yeah. Well, we're not saying cut people's hands
I
off.
know it's very severe. Like if you steal something, you get. Don't get me wrong, that's severe.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying that's the correct punishment, but that fucking works though.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but I think extreme ways work.
Extreme
why
ways work.
That's why Soviet Russia worked.
That's almost like getting disciplined by your parents, right?
Oh yeah, right.
Like-
I don't believe in beating kids, but sometimes there's certain kids that need their ass beat.
Yeah, right.
Like-
Like you said, certain things that need to get their ass beat, and once they get their ass beat, they, it's kind of like they just get like trained. Like, oh shit, I'm gonna get my ass.
It's basically instilling fear, and that's the thing with America, bro. Like I feel like America is just no longer feared. Or is it
Yeah.
just me? I feel like we used to be like a crazy world power back in the day.
Yeah, bro. Now
we
everyone.
used to be a very strong country. We had very strong leaders, right? And we were seen as the country to be afraid of.
Afraid of and to like
No,
now
go to
I
hell.
feel like
Everyone's fucking
everyone's-
afraid of the U.S. If anything,
Everyone's
they're like,
down to fight us now.
everyone wants to smoke because I mean, especially well, obviously, you know, the U.S. is one of the hardest countries to fucking
Yeah, if
raid,
Pablo
right?
Escobar decided to go to war like prime Pablo, he'll beat the U.S. I feel like.
That
I don't know,
that's a
bro.
wild ass statement. I don't know about that.
And the U.S. now, bro, you don't realize how many connections Vance had.
I don't think Pablo gets through Texas. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, bro.
Nah, because
Bro, didn't you see? He literally went to the White House.
Oh, and took a picture in front of the White House. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course. But
Bro, homie, apparently there's like released documents. Apparently, he was all over the U.S. He came here like casually.
oh, of course, bro. But like it's the United States. It's a weird country, right? Because like a lot of people would end up fucked in a situation if someone were to like invade the U.S. A lot of people would end up dead because you know people the self defense. Oh, we should like it's like the whole gun law shit, right? Imagine if America just decided to ban guns completely, right? And we were to get invaded by a country, per se like Russia or some shit. We'd be fucked. People wouldn't be able to protect
Hey,
themselves.
no one's taking my straps though.
Shut the fuck up. No one wants your orange tip airsoft gun.
I feel like other countries, especially like Russia, are just fucking laughing at us in the face.
Oh, of course, bro.
Like, we have a whole bunch of softies in the world that care
Hey,
about.
yo,
oh,
Russia
you know,
can't say nothing. Y'all went like that to Ukraine.
They're still well.
You're still going like that.
You'll be surprised how many American troops are on the ground for Ukraine actually, and how many. Bro, Biden keeps sending money over there. It was like,
It's like someone just gave him a fucking credit card, right? And he
just
just
swiping
said,
that bitch.
he said, "What's the limit?" Right? He
They said
just
no limit.
Fuck it, right? He's giving people, you know, all these, you know, relief here, relief that. You know, here's a stimulus check, and everyone's like, "Oh, great," you know, I'm getting like that is actually fucking the economy up, right? He's
Oh,
spending
yeah.
money. He's relieving.
He's
student
spending money
debt,
that we quote unquote don't have.
right? And you know, he just thinks that he could just get rid of money problems like that. That's
Yeah.
not how it works.
He's
right?
like a spoiled white like little kid. I am saying spoiled white kid. I don't give a fuck. Where it's like you give that kid like a credit card, to use it, and, you know he's like, alright, cool. Or like, boom, prime example. You know, if my parents were rich, you know, as a kid, especially as a kid, right? If your parents are rich, shit, nigga, you feel like you're rich, right? But you're not.
But
Your parents are rich.
I just feel like whenever he makes those decisions, right? It's just not only him saying, "Okay, we're gonna do this," right? No way. He has advisors that are actually fucking agreeing with him.
It's-
That's the worst part.
It's because that's what's gonna win the votes. Like,
That's what wins the votes because. To be honest, Americans are fucking stupid, right? They hear, "Oh, I'm going to get my student debt relieved," right? Oh, great, right? But they don't understand the repercussions that are going to come with it, right?
oh yeah, you're gonna be paying more on
Oh,
taxes
we're
and
sending
shit
money
like
to
that.
Ukraine. Wow, we're an awesome country with lots of money, right? We're going to be helping out people. Do they understand the consequences of that?
Oh, of
right?
course, no one reads. It's like when you sign a contract at LA Fitness for personal training. No one understands that they're in a contract. They just think they're signing a 12-month
There's
program.
no such thing as free handouts in the U.S.
Oh, 100%. Everything has a repercussion, bro. No matter what, even in life, like, bro, it's like saying something and then thinking that no one's gonna retaliate or backlash. It's like people who go on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And like post a video or something, and then don't expect people to stitch it. And then when someone stitches it, and then they get called out for it, video gets taken down.
Like, I just can't believe we got student debt relief for people that, you know... Like, the only thing that I would be backing is probably like engineering or doctor's degree.
Bro, we talked about this last podcast, right?
But
Yeah.
we're talking about fucking gender studies and shit like that, and, you know...
You tired, bro?
A little bit.
Like, everywhere I see people...
Nigga said back here about to go to
Right,
sleep.
you can ask people that have just regular jobs, right? Oh, did you go to college? Yeah, I actually majored in
Business management.
business management or fucking something completely different from what they're doing at work, right? And they're like, yeah, I went to college for this, I got a master's in this, but I'm working here now, right?
That shit sucks.
Yeah,
Imagine going to school for like fucking 5+ years and then
but
you're
no one
working
is
at
talking about
McDonald's.
that because it's really ingrained into people's brains that they absolutely need a degree,
Yeah.
right? If anything, that's maybe
Go get a
going
trade.
to help.
Go get a trade. You have a better chance. We need more people who are
Or
working in
even just
HVAC.
better yet, work a trade, right? Get the money, save up, right? And
Invest.
get a
Invest in
business.
yourself. Yeah. Oh, 100%, bro.
this in the U.S., like if you don't have a business,
That's what. If you
you're
don't
not
have
going to live the life that you want.
yeah, so if you don't have an LLC at this point, even if it's like a little
Bro,
LLC,
Yeah.
just overall, the United States is a very failed society.
Because the U.S. is actually rewarding people for having a business,
yeah.
right? You know, in terms of certain tax benefits.
Yeah.
And you know, you're getting.
If you're
taxed
tired of
on it.
paying taxes, Open an LLC and you can write everything you fucking do off. People don't understand
That's
that.
what I'm saying. There's so many tax loopholes, and all the Biden supporters are like this. Well, I hate how businesses, they take advantage of the consumers. They make millions of dollars. They don't pay a lot of money in taxes. It's because they're smart. They took advantage of the tax loopholes.
And it's like those are the companies you're also buying from and getting your product from. How do you think that? Because put it like this, right? Let's say Amazon, right? Let's say Jeff Bezos, right? Let's say he didn't write any of that shit off in his taxes, right? Any of his company expenses or anything like that. Like obviously, there's he has a handful of like vacation expenses that he still throws under there and shit like that.
Yeah.
But imagine if he didn't do that, Amazon would be bankrupt.
Yeah.
Because he would be having to pay a shit ton of fucking money at the beginning of every year, bro.
People are just like, businesses, they get away with taxes. We don't like the tax loopholes. Let's start actually making the businesses pay tax. Right? Two things wrong with that, right? If you start taxing the businesses, they're going to raise the price of their product.
That's what's causing inflation now.
You're gonna get fucked either way. You cannot mess with the billion-dollar businesses
that are providing a service to you.
If you attack the businesses, they're gonna come after you and start charging you more.
And then people are wondering why we have inflation now.
Exactly.
Like people don't understand. Like all of this comes. It's a full circle, right? As bad as you fucking hate it, it's good for the economy.
All right, real quick.
Because
I'm sorry
hate on
to
the businesses that they
Yeah,
use.
shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry to cut y'all off, but we got Lucas in the chat right now.
Hey,
He said,
the
he
soccer
said,
star?
Hey, my
yes
boy
sir,
Lucas.
soccer star. And we got him saying, I get my financial info from GRC.
Don't do that because we're all probably in debt over here. But but nah, it's just one of those things. Like literally, Lucas, if you're still watching, bro, you should look into making your own LLC, especially at the age you are now, funding it. And bro, you like when you get a car, you can literally even your metro, you can put your metro expenses on that shit and get it fucking written off on your taxes when you get a job.
Yeah.
Like there's so much shit that, like LA Fitness, you know how they do the gas mileage expense? Because it's a company and you can get that shit written off, bro.
Like, I don't even care if you're making like 100K or 200K or 300K working for someone.
Yeah.
Right? It's not going to be the same if you're making 100K or 150K or even 75K being your own owner and business owner. Because the thing is, if you're working for someone making 150K to 200K, right, you're stuck at that salary for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Right?
There's no advancement.
When you have a business and you're not going to be making $1 million profit and this and that, right? You might bring in a lot of revenue, but when it comes down to strictly profit, it's going to fucking take time.
Yeah.
But you're your own boss, right? You can write shit off, right? You can hire employees, right? You can always develop the company, and you can be financially free, right? But people in today's society, no one first thing thinks about is creating a business, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if society first told us, when you grow up, you actually have to create your own business, or else you're gonna get fucked and be homeless,
Basically.
right? But people are really taught to go to college, right, and then go work for someone else that's a multimillionaire.
Here's the thing: is when it comes to the education system or the way the government is working right now, is they don't want that.
They don't want you to be informed.
Yeah, they
School
want.
is necessary, but not college. Right?
Again,
'Cause that's
I'm
why you
sorry
hear
to-
elementary school, middle school, high school, but you don't hear college.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but we got someone in the chat.
why you lead it?
All right, it's some sort of spam. It's literally someone that it's a username by the name of sexfind dot pro, and they say new a dating for all tastes and ages. New a dating for all tastes and ages
You should be able to click on it and block it. Hopefully.
I
Yeah,
don't
we need
even.
a moderator.
Yeah, bro. Can we get a mod? Can we get a mod in the chat?
I never understood what a moderator is.
So they pretty much handle like spam
chat.
messages and shit. Yeah, and like so like, say someone says like some wild shit in chat.
They kick him.
Yeah, they can like kick them or ban them or shit, some shit like that. I have that shit for my Twitch.
That's probably just the spam. I've never seen that on YouTube though.
It happens everywhere, bro. Like on my Twitch, bro. Literally, if I'm streaming, especially if I'm streaming like when I used to stream constantly, I used to get like, oh yeah, want to become famous, and then I was like, yeah, click this link. But like I would like you can like censor certain like shit like that. So I would always have it censored, and like it would like just instantly kick him or some shit.
So yeah, I'm about to start running it on Twitch.
Oh, when
I'm
the
about
Call
to
of Duty
start.
comes out,
Yeah, cause like
you gotta play the campaign, bro.
Yo, Lucas, we gotta make you a moderator, bro. You know?
If you're gonna be here every weekend, we might as well, bro.
I'm down. I don't know how to make someone a moderator though.
Shit, I don't know how to do it on YouTube.
All right, but what was I saying? What was I saying?
You were talking about the school education system.
Oh yeah. So they don't want you to have your own business and stuff. They actually want slaves. That's why they teach you That's why you don't learn how to do taxes. You don't learn how to actually make money on your own, how to create new ideas or come up with new ideas or how to use your ideas. They teach you all this outdated information from like 1955, 1967. I'm in college myself. My teacher literally forgets what she's teaching as she's teaching it. Our textbooks are like 20 years old. She's teaching us tax laws on how to manage a business of tax laws that have been way out of line because we're talking about tax laws from, let's say, 2005.
They teach you the tax laws, but not the loopholes.
Of course. Because they
Even
want you to
then, they don't
pay.
really teach me the tax laws like that.
But the thing is, in society, we actually need college, right? We actually need people to stay close-minded and think that you have to go to college, find a job, retire, and die.
Yeah.
Because imagine if we didn't have those people. Imagine if everyone in this world was a multimillionaire that thought for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
in the
that wouldn't
economy,
make
right?
sense either. Because there has to be a bottom for there to be a top.
I mean, of course. That's why back in the day, like the Cascade system, like the pyramid system used to work, where it's like you had the poor people, you had shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
obviously it was fucked up, right? But that's just how it works. Like, there has to be a bottom for, like you said, to be a top. You feel me? But it's also like everyone should still have. People aren't independent anymore. You feel me? Like that's not even. I can't even say anymore. But we like Americans lack independence, and it's also like they said, where it's like if you want to start your own business, you have to go looking for it. It's not information that you can just find anywhere. Like you really have to. That's why everyone's like, I hate Andrew Tate, but Andrew Tate is motivating a generational youth of people who want to go fucking get it. That's what it is. Like obviously, some of his shit.
Luckily, there is lazy, fat people out there.
Oh,
So
100%.
there's always going to be a bottom.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing for us to get to the top.
Of course, but it's like I said, bro. I feel like, it's just fucked up that it's that way. You feel me?
Yeah.
Cause I feel like it's like people, like I said, are so close minded. They don't want to open themselves up to another version of society. Like that's not how it should be. Like college. I remember I got into a huge argument with my fucking geometry teacher my junior year, bro. I remember this shit, and because I was talking about college with some of my people in the class, and I was like, "Yeah, college is a waste of time. It's not worth it unless you're going to become a doctor or this, that, and the third, right?" Which I still 100% back that, right? Even with the student loan relief, bro. The only people that should be getting relief are people in the medical field or the justice system.
Yeah, bro. Medical students be miserable.
That's what I'm like. Yo, they go through torture to fucking
Yeah,
take care of people. Yeah,
they
and
study
graduate.
for like 70 hours straight. They be studying till like 5 a.m.
They shouldn't have to pay a fucking dime for their
Yeah,
for
bro.
their
They
education.
they got like duct tape on their eyes to keep them open.
And they have to pay so much for the education, even if it's just an entry level like nurse. I still feel like that should be covered by the government because once again, that's just something that
We
need.
actually need.
Yeah, and I feel like if we had a society like that, we wouldn't have had the situation we had with COVID where we were low staff.
Bro, there's literally, what's it called? There are people suing their own doctors just because they tell them, oh, your BMI is too high, your cholesterol.
See, nah, that's wild. That's just people being sensitive. That
Yeah,
goes
I'm
back to the
saying.
sensitivity factor.
Dude, I just wonder when people are gonna wake up, man. This is terrible.
Imagine going
Red
through
pill,
like
blue pill?
10 years of school, you go through so many surgeries, save so many lives, and then someone with like blue hair, 350 pounds, tells you to get bigger chairs in your office because she can't fit in it, telling you how to do your job, and then at one point takes your medical license. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, bro.
It's
Like,
even worse. Imagine like being a soldier over there in Ukraine. You just watch your whole family explode, blown to bits,
Jesus fucking Christ.
and then you come here to the United States, find some freedom just to see some blue-haired girl talking about a wage gap that isn't there.
Oh, 100%.
That'd be
Like,
insane.
people
people-
nowadays just want to work and just
I
they just
feel-
want to be part of a company and then expect the salary. But no one in the U.S. actually wants to work hard to earn their money.
Oh, 100%, bro. People forget that, like immigration. Like, first of all, immigration is what America's based off of, right?
It literally is.
like America wouldn't be America if it wasn't for immigration. Like, that's bottom line, right? America needs to go back to the roots in the sense of independence, right? we're not independent anymore in the sense of like civilians. We feed off of major corporations. We feed off of the government, but we feed off the government that we complain about, one, and we feed off the major corporations that we complain about, two, right? Where back in the day, it was I don't want to say we need to go to the fend for ourselves motive, but at least back then, everyone was an independent company and everyone had a sense of I gotta go get it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I feel like that's what a lot of Americans lack nowadays is that sense of like I have to go get it. I have to create generational wealth. That's what it was. Like a lot of the people that you see rich nowadays, I can promise you somewhere in their line, like they've seen the bottom, one, and well, besides Trump is not a good example, but even well, actually, no, he is a good example because Trump's parents were immigrants.
Yeah.
Trump isn't American. Like, well, he is, but he isn't. You feel me? Like,
I guess no one's truly like American unless you're like Native American.
Basic
So
fucking.
they basically got rid of those people.
Yeah, like they're basically wiped the fuck out. But yeah, so it's like like America's lost itself because everyone's gotten too comfortable, and then that comfortability has caused the go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Apparently, they're gonna in schools and elementaries. You know how they taught us about like Christopher Columbus, Pocahontas, and all that, and John Adams and all that. They're apparently about to stop teaching that in elementary school.
Well, Christopher Columbus is 100% inaccurate. He never made it back to America the second time.
Oh yeah, and bro, homie was mad evil though.
Oh, 100. Yeah, Christopher Columbus was he committed genocide.
Yeah, and also a lot of people didn't know this, but back then when they first got to America, the Native Americans, they were very dark skinned.
Yeah.
So they wanted like whiter children. So he would order his men to like rape the women.
Well, that's what Thanksgiving is. Thanksgiving is based off of the pillage and rape of like thousands of Indians.
And
Not
that I could kind of understand why they wouldn't teach it, but at the same time,
that's not the reason they're not teaching it anymore.
what would it be though?
They're just not trying to
Offend people.
I get it's that, and it's just like
They want to spend their time not teaching kids about actual history. They want to actually start teaching people about a new curriculum.
Yeah,
about
the
pronouns.
the now.
Bro, it's because like once you get a kid young, you got him forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when they were teaching us completely different things, and what obviously what the government wants in education, they want slaves. They want people to work for them.
They want people in a box.
Exactly. When we were growing up, we had a little bit more freedom as to that. They were teaching like telling us a little bit of how to have your own company, at least in my school.
Yeah.
A little
business
bit.
class and element,
But now they're telling you that you can be a damn squirrel if you wanted to. You could like identify as whatever you want.
Never get $1 million advice or any business advice from a teacher. Why? They're just going based
Because
on
they
the
make no
curriculum.
money.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what?
You're asking advice from someone that is not even there, right? I'm not going to teach Warren Buffett, right, how to gain $1 million in the stock market, right? He's the one that should be teaching.
Bro, if you want to learn how to box, who are you gonna ask? Messi or Mike Tyson?
Oh, of course.
Exactly.
I have two things to say about teachers. Teachers, I have three things.
Bro, teachers are bad people.
I'm not gonna say that.
Some of them.
Well, some of them.
Bro,
yeah.
in my school, bro, they're essentially the bullies.
Jesus.
It's because like in even elementary school, it's those teachers are so underpaid. They're miserable with their life. They're paying taxes. They're earning like $40K a year. They drive like damn 04 Priuses.
No,
like,
but
imagine being so down bad as a teacher. You have to get a Ford Fiesta.
yeah, but to jump off like the whole teacher, like one, they're underpaid, right? I feel like teachers deserve to get paid a lot more, especially with the kids that they deal with.
Oh, yeah.
I know when I was
if they were paid more, they wouldn't be
Like,
such
if you
dicks.
think about it, right, you're managing 20 kids in a classroom, right? If you were in a business and you were managing 20 mature people, which is easier to manage,
yeah,
you get paid more.
yeah, 100%. I feel like
Way
yeah,
more.
yeah, oh yeah, 100%. I feel like they don't get paid enough. They're widely disrespected, and I also feel like they should be part of that student debt relief because they're giving information back.
And
to
the worst part, that's our tax dollars
Yeah.
going into use. And instead we're worried about we should build a pool, we should build a Starbucks inside of Colgan High School. That's where our tax money's going.
Yeah.
And for
And not the education.
$100,000 pianos at Colgan High School. And then the worst part is we're actually changing the school names, right? Which is not as simple as just changing the school name.
Yeah.
because
And
of
You're changing
what
the
is it
school
with that with Garfield? They had like a whole
the
new
Indians?
gym.
So, well, I mean, the new gym was gonna be a thing, like, because I went to
I'm
that
saying,
gym.
what is the point
no
of that?
offense to Indian people, right? I really wish that we had a lot more Native American.
Yeah.
And right, but if they want to change a name, right, and they know that community is marginalized, right? We don't have a lot of Native Americans, right? As a matter of fact, I'm willing to almost bet that not a lot of Native Americans go to Garfield High School. Who are you really offending at the end of the day?
I mean, and also when that.
And Native Americans don't even find that offensive.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the thing, right?
The thing
So,
too
what-
with like everything, everyone says that if you put a sombrero on and hold like tacos, that's offensive to Mexican people.
and you know who says that's offensive? The white people.
White people.
White-
Yeah.
White
And
people.
then the same person, I've seen that video. They were wearing like a stereotype Mexican outfit, and they walked up to Mexican people and they were like, "Is this offensive to you?" They're like, "No, not
People
really."
don't give a shit.
Honestly,
First of all, you're racist if you think Mexicans walk around like that.
I'm very, very, kind of like, disappointed
Yeah,
on my other half of the race. Right, my dad's white, my mom's Hispanic.
yeah.
On my, it just seems like white people nowadays, right? They just seem so sorry for themselves, right? They don't want to stand up. They're not proud to be white.
Which I mean, you can blame
Like, you
society
can be
for
born
that.
any single race, right? I don't care which race you're born. I don't care what your skin color is, right? You
Yeah.
should be proud of who you are.
100%.
Right, you should be happy that you were born a male. You should be happy that you're born a female. You should be happy that you're born Asian, black, white.
Yeah.
Not just be like, oh, I'm white.
Bro, have y'all seen that video of like the white people on their knees?
To black people.
Yeah, to black. Dude, that shit
Bro,
is the
I
wildest
respect
thing in
black
the
people,
world.
but when you're going on your knees, right, and people are saying, yeah, you should better bow down and be sorry.
Because they're
What do you mean going on your knees?
like
Like, they were actually,
they were literally
like, doing,
they
like, the
were
whole
doing
Egyptian.
this. They were doing this.
I saw that.
Why though?
So, because there's been a thing going on where like black people have been telling white people they need to apologize for their
Pay reparations.
for their ancestors, shit. I'm like, bro,
What?
Yeah, that's stupid. I'm like, bro, what do they have to do with what their ancestors
Like,
did?
I
That's
get
fucked up.
it. There's still racism in this world, right?
Hey, you're
I-
just petty at that point.
That's what I'm saying,
Did
they're
someone
childish.
wait first? Did someone whip you?
They never actually went through what their ancestors went through.
not that extreme. It's in like not that extreme.
Yeah, not
but,
the actual experience.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, some experience still lingers onto this day.
Oh yeah, I mean, because remember, racism didn't get, or black people really didn't have like full rights until like it was not that even long ago.
But here's the problem: like, if you start paying out reparations to the African American community, right? You're basically showing that that community needs help. Right?
Oh, 100%.
They went through a lot of stuff. You're showing that they're not
They're
equal.
not, they're not able to fend for themselves, and they're
Right.
they're not independent.
And,
It's-
and then the cycle keeps continuing,
Exactly.
right? But if you treat everyone the same, no reparations for anyone, right? Everyone
You
know,
fucked
has
up,
an
you
equal
fucked up.
opportunity
Yeah.
in this world, then everything is fair.
100%.
Yeah, that just reminded me, like, after Black Lives Matter happened, there were, like, teenage white boys, and it was a TikTok. They were walking out of McDonald's, and they bump into a black guy, and they were like, he put his fucking fist up. He was like, Black Lives Matter.
Dude, that shit is so
Just, like, out of nowhere.
You know what's kind of funny? I noticed a lot of white people are like this, right? They defend Black Lives Matter, right? And then when you look at them, right, they always have blue hair, they're overweight, right? They claim that they're part of the LGBT community, right? They're almost trans, they're non-binary,
They're a helicopter, they're a squirrel, they're a
Right.
transformer. Nigga said Optimus Prime in this bitch.
right? And then
I'm,
it's just
uh,
like, do you really even like stand for yourself, or are you just part of the
It's
sheep that
it's a
just-
trend, bro. Everything is trendy nowadays, and that's what's
Yeah,
wrong with
for
society.
example, I classify as a sniper rifle that shoots 50 caliber bullets, only 50 caliber.
I classify as non-asexual reverse transoptic.
Yeah, I'm black.
Yeah, it just seems like everyone, is
Imagine
complaining.
Imagine they say you could identify as whatever you want, right? And then
And then you
let's-
walk around identifying as like a Spanish person, even though you're white, or like
exactly,
Yeah,
and then everyone's like, "Oh, you're racist." I thought I could identify as whatever.
that's
I want.
different. How? How? Explain.
How? If you cannot find a single doctor in the world that will tell you that your gender has no biological connection to it.
Yeah.
You're either born male
or female.
or female.
Well, my bro, there was this TikTok I saw a while back, right? And he was asking this girl like, what does she identify, or like what sexuality? She was like, oh yeah, I'm bi, right? And he was like, okay, so, or no. He was like, oh yes, like, you know, I forgot what it was, something, right? But she was a part of the LGBT community, right? And you know, people like that are typically part of the LGBTQ are like, oh yeah, there's multiple genders, right? That's what the plus is for, right? But she had slipped up and said, yeah, I like guys and girls, and he was like, okay, so you're admitting that there's only two genders. And then she just walked away.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I think
It's like a guy with glasses.
Yeah, bro, it was the funniest thing in the world because it's like people try to be so inclusive, but at the end of the day,
Even the ones that call themselves what does non-binary even mean?
because they just, bro,
What does that mean?
yo, to me, if you're like non-binary, you just say you don't pull. Just say you can't pull anybody.
I really want to know what all
Just say
this
you're fat.
stems from, because honestly,
Bro,
I want to say that all this is a mental illness.
A blue-haired girl one day, she got her heart stomped.
oh my god.
But I want to know what this stems from. Is it a lack of proper parenting from an early age? Is it an outcome of bullying? Is it an
I
outcome
think-
of rejection? What is it from?
I think it's the generational decline in testosterone.
That could probably be it too.
Because you could notice your dad, or all our dads, probably grew facial hair a lot younger than we did. Or our grandparents probably even had some muscle or even jacked without even working out.
Okay. Yeah, have y'all seen this person on TikTok?
Is that a boy or girl?
It's a gay girl, right? So she's been getting a lot. I don't know what she identifies as, but you know, that person has been getting a lot of backlash. Yo, Derek, your fucking face.
Like, you know, this sad feeling. Like, some people don't want to be men anymore because it's hard.
Oh, 100%. But no, that's a gay girl. But so she's been getting a lot of backlash on TikTok because like if you go on her page, right, she's very targeted. She's first of all, grown ass woman. Like she's like in her like 26, 25 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But she's like very targeted towards like the younger age, which is fucking weird, right? Where it's like when you make being gay or lesbian like your personality, I'm sorry, but there's a spectrum, right? You're just far off of it because it's like people think that okay, cool, you don't like gay people because they're gay. No, I don't like gay people that make being gay their personality. Like that, it's the same thing with people who do drugs. Like I don't like people who smoke weed all day and they're like, oh yeah, doing drugs is my like basically that person. Like they're basically nobody's unless they're high.
Like, imagine if us straight men were just like, yeah, hey, by the way, it's Derek. I'm straight, by the way.
Yeah, like no, we don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest here. Let's say you meet a female for
Yeah.
the first time. Let's say their name is Jessica. Just the human instinct is to assume that they're straight.
Yeah.
That's because it's been proven you cannot be born gay, you can't be born bi.
Yeah.
You're born straight.
Yeah.
At least what scientists say. Because the idea of liking men, let's say as a man liking men,
Mhm.
that's unnatural. I'm not saying this to sound like a bad person. This is scientifically proven. And it goes back to even the Bible. A man lays with woman. And it's just base.
It's the reason why girls have a vagina.
And guys have a dick.
And
that's
I just don't
exactly-
understand, like, how the hell can you be 10 years old and already, like, come out as gay?
Or trans.
Bro, my mans, you don't have a beard yet.
You haven't
never.
experienced like
You haven't even gone through puberty.
Yeah, I was about
You're
to
not
say.
even. You haven't even left elementary school yet.
But the reason why all these people are feeling like gay, bi, whatever.
It's because they put it in the damn heads.
But it's not only because they were influenced at an early age, all this rejection, bullying, all that other stuff like that. But, you know, what I think that the bigger picture is why they might naturally feel like that. So I don't think a lot of doctors actually look into this kind of stuff, like, for the reason why. But it has to be, like...
It's a
either
hormonal thing.
A dopamine
Yeah,
deficiency, serotonin deficiency, like the way you view stuff, what you get pleasure viewing from. And
that's why when you were saying like it's been like scientifically proven that you can't
Yeah.
be born gay. Maybe not gay exactly, but you can be born with more hormonal female like genes.
Exactly.
when
That's
you're
why
born,
there's-
right. You're not you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I love this female. I think she's hot.
Yeah.
I don't think when everyone's born, like they're 1 or 2 years old, they don't
Yeah.
have those feelings yet.
Yeah.
Right, until like
They
start
do- yeah,
coming
as you
close to
develop.
puberty.
Like, at
But
first-
that's the worst part because that's when you can change the youth's mind
Yeah.
and say, it's okay to like guys, and then when you start training them that early, when you start training them that early, right, then that's when you can influence them and change their world.
Oh,
values and
kids are
stuff
the
like that.
easiest people to influence, bro. That's why, like y'all said, bro. Like that's what they're trying to change the education system now.
If I
Fact.
told you when you're 1 years old that it's okay to do this, right, and I tell you that every day, you're gonna end up believing it.
Well,
Especially
Oh, yeah.
if it's your
Also,
own parents.
literally at 10 years old, you probably still have that mindset, or even younger. You have that, oh, girls are icky, cooties, and all. Did you ever have that?
Yeah.
In elementary
I remember.
school?
I don't think I actually ever went through that.
I
I went
remember
through that when I was like 5, but it passed by fast.
Yeah, I was saying if I did, it was like something really quick. But it's like I was saying, right? It's like being gay is like whatever. I swear to everyone, I don't give a shit, right? And obviously, me saying,
And it's also, it goes back to, again, science, because that's why there's these terms called pedophilia, necrophilia, splankophilia. It's legit medical issues. And I'm not trying to hop on the trend again, but if you watch the Jeff Dahmer documentary, he himself literally says he didn't like being gay. He was gay, he's attracted to men and all that, but he didn't like being gay. So when people say it's a choice, it's not, because I could say, oh, I choose to be gay, but that doesn't mean I like men. You feel me? I'm still going to be attracted to girls. And that thing Logan Paul did was stupid. I don't know if you heard about this maybe like 1 or 2 years ago. He was like, I'm going to attempt to go gay for 1 month.
that's weird.
I'm saying,
That's so weird.
you can't do that. You could socially, like, put it on Facebook that you're gay or something, but you can't flip a switch in your head and you're going to be attracted to a different
it's
gender.
like you're attracted to what you're attracted to. You can't like when you forcing yourself to be attracted to like the same gender is just like that's just not how it is. Like people, I feel like being like the definition or like the transition of going from straight to gay has changed so drastically over the years because a lot of people who are like gay or lesbian, it's like they've had a bad experience with the opposite sex. So they've decided to go with the same sex, and they've had a better experience. So then that's when they're like, you know what, this is better route for me.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's to me, that's what I feel like is the. I don't want to say the proper way. I'm gonna say that. I feel like that was the proper way to like really learn, because like that's you learning yourself. You feel me? Like there was a girl that I went to high school with, right? She was first of all, she fine as hell, right? She dated a lot of guys, but she had a really shit taste in men. Don't get me wrong, but every guy she dated fucked her over, right? She was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go gay. She went gay. She's literally in love, living a great life, has her own, like she's good now. And I'm like, that's like last thing people going gay, like that's what I assume, right? You've attempted. I'm not trying to force anyone to attempt to fuck with the other gender, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of people who like go gay and have never even experienced what it is to like date a man or date a like
Facts.
You're never
That's
gonna
what I'm
see
talking
a man
about.
flooded with pussy that will go gay.
Yeah, because
It's like, and again, it just confused him. Like, Freddie Mercury, he came out as gay like when he was like 30, and then he had this shawty, I forgot her name, but he was with her for like 9 years. Legit.
Bro, you'll be surprised. A lot of people like will get married, but then come out gay like afterwards because it's like they were like, I just
But, like,
didn't like the
he
way
said-
it was.
Apparently, he said he was like all out straight up in love with her. That was his wife. They were about to get married, and then it just like came out of nowhere that he likes men. But I mean, if you look into his past, he did have that bit of a feminine traits.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was only because of stage. Because back then, like rock stars, they would wear like skin tight stuff, makeup, and all that. But for him, it just came out of nowhere. If you look into his story, and look what happened, bro. Homie got AIDS.
But I just feel like it's I feel like just being part of the LGBT community lost its meaning. Same thing with Black Lives Matter because everyone wants to hop on the trend. I feel like if you act like a true gay person versus someone who's like in our age range that's gay, you'll get two completely different people.
Yeah.
Two
100%.
completely different
Yeah.
people, bro. Because it's like I don't like. Man, I'm a firm believer in God and everything, but
Yeah.
I like when they legalize for gay people to get married. That doesn't affect me. Like that shit. Like
Bro, it's just
no, I know, like I know what you mean,
when
right?
it
Like
comes to like switching around, like if you're a religion, right, but you tolerate everything, then you stand for nothing.
exactly. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, so if you're someone who follows a religion strictly, and you're
But
like,
then you're like, okay, let's say we got the 10 Commandments, but I'm gonna ignore 2 of them.
So
but
in
I'm
other
gonna follow
words,
the
Joe
rest.
Biden.
basically,
He's a
bro.
Catholic, right? And he just,
Yeah, no,
doesn't give a fuck,
yeah,
right?
100%.
They don't even allow him to. I don't think they allow him to go back in the Catholic Church.
Bro, I was talking to my friend. I'm not gonna name drop or anything because that's his information. But he was telling me that, like back in the day, because his mom was was Catholic. The Catholic Church literally kicked him out because they had like a dress code.
What?
Yeah, I've never heard about that.
Oh,
Really?
I
What
mean-
dress code?
It was just like where you basically had to just wear a suit and tie, and women had to wear like a dress and everything.
That's-
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, there's no like
I've never
official
heard
dress code.
I
but,
just
like,
feel like if
compared to other churches, you just can't like dress in like.
Oh,
Maybe in-
100%.
Church, but the Catholic Church, they kind of
I'm not so, obviously like every church is gonna be different, but that's another reason why I don't really fuck with churches.
walking in there with shorts.
Yeah, because I just feel like church has become such a political thing.
Church doesn't even have to be political anymore. You know what I like about it though. With church, you don't have to necessarily agree with God,
Yeah,
right? You don't necessarily have to do about this and that. You don't have to follow this and that. But you know what the church does have? It has structure, like when it comes down to the beliefs, and it has morals.
yes and no. I feel like everything.
Like morals, not from basically what I mean is like the priests. Like
This is
obviously you're
turn
gonna
off.
have good priests and bad priests, right? But basically from
Is it
what
not picking up
the
audio?
10 Commandments.
It just stopped for a second.
Probably when you fucking were moving the mic.
I don't know why this shit happens, but this I connected and it works. I guess this gives it power.
Yeah, but
It's working now.
basically with the 10 Commandments and everything, right? You can't tell me the 10 Commandments are like, oh yeah, no, that's too far fetched, bro. Like they're 10 Commandments are really
Yeah, they're just 10 base law,
Common
like
sense.
which is crazy because it's like society struggles to follow, like to have structure, but it's like, dude, if you think about it, if you're a follower of God, you have 10 basic rules.
Facts.
You know what's the crazy thing? No one in the schools today stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
You know what? I will say I can't back America. I like when it comes
I was
down to
one
the
of
thing,
those.
The thing is, look,
except
I
in our-
absolutely don't back America too. But the problem is that those people that are sitting down, it's not that they don't back America.
it's a
They
they
just
don't do it just to don't do it because they want to be part of a trend.
yeah.
Like a lot of people, like if you ask them, okay, cool, like why don't you support America? They can't give you a firm answer. If you ask me why I don't support America, I don't support the way shit's ran. I don't support the government system. I don't support having I don't support none of that shit
First of
because
all,
I feel like it's the country's just way too corrupt and
Yeah.
the foundation that America is built on. Which I'm not saying every country is fucking clean because obviously the Europeans fucked everybody. It's just simple as that. Every country is based on rape, murder, and fucking just infinite amount of bloodshed, right? But I feel like those third world countries, like you were saying, they still have so much structure through the church. They're salvageable when the world comes towards an end, right? Even countries like fucking Bolivia, like Dominican Republic, that like whose crime rates are out the ass, but their people, their core people, still believe in God so much that when time does come and this world is going to go to holy hell, those countries are still salvageable. You can't save America. Like America,
The U.S. is just so corrupt. There's so many people that live in the U.S. and all they think about is just money, 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 money.
Oh yeah, that's
Because they have no choice to.
I
The
mean,
U.S.
that-
is literally just built by the top leaders with so much money and so much corruption and so much perverse and crazy stuff happening in the U.S. This whole world in the U.S. at least is
I feel like
fucking going to hell.
Yeah.
What I like to call it is the United States would be like the LA of the world.
Oh, 100%.
So like LA, you see it, Hollywood, all the singers, all the rappers, all the
Everyone who basically
actors.
sold their soul.
Exactly. All that's where all the famous people are at. You
Yeah.
could be walking around in LA and Kanye could be right there. Literally anyone with a name, they've been to LA, all the content creators, everybody.
Yeah, at one point.
But when you actually get there, homelessness everywhere, crime everywhere, MS-13 everywhere. They
It's
own
everything.
that
Gangs,
city.
Crips, Bloods, everything.
Gangs. If you go into the anywhere but the nice part, any small business closes. It's not even a law. It's even my aunt's business over there. Even it's not a law. They close at noon because if you're open after noon, you're getting robbed.
Yeah, I'll say yeah. I
So
believe it.
like that, it's crazy. Like the biggest, most popular city, you have a business and you can only have it open from 6 a.m. to noon, because otherwise you're gonna get
Because
robbed.
the criminals is asleep from 6 to noon.
Exactly.
Because they out all night trying to do some gang shit.
And LA is probably the biggest crime-ridden city in the United States.
Yeah.
That's only crime that's reported too.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, that's just all over the world too. Because you gotta think of like, imagine how many people get like robbed or.
And that's
just
like
killed.
America. Everyone thinks of America as like the freedom land. You get
Free
here.
of what?
See now, I will say this though. If we were to compare America to a lot of other countries, yes, we have freedom. Like we have a lot more flexibility to do the shit that we want to do. I will say that. But once again, I just don't. I can't back the way it's ran. That's one thing I will say. Like when it comes down to comparing free, like nowadays, I will say America. I can't say that. I don't want to say that. 'Cause that's an extreme comparison to compare America to like a lot of these like third world countries that don't have freedom of speech.
Yeah.
But I would say at this point, that's what it's kind of like getting to, where it's just like you can't say anything without getting canceled or without any kind of backlash. But like it's easier. It's a lot easier to say shit and not get backlash than like say where I were to go to Iraq, say some wild ass shit, and I'd be like in the middle of the fucking city getting hung. So that's
We
what
have certain freedoms, but it's
there's
freedoms that I'm grateful for.
yes, that's I'm don't get that twisted. I am very grateful to live in this country and be able to experience shit that I'm able to experience. But I just like I said, just the amount of bloodshed and like everything that this country is based off of and the way it's just ran, I personally will never be able to firmly stand for America and be like, I got these fuckers back. Man, I'm going back home to the Dominican Republic and I'm supporting my home country.
Can you believe that
Fuck
U.S.
that.
used to be a country where everyone used to fucking love it? Everyone stood for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, bro. Like, bro. Now, if you talk about 13 colonies, America, shit, I'll stand with those motherfuckers any day. Me, George Washington, Lincoln, Jefferson,
Imagine being
Adams.
So proud, like you just like the original people that founded the U.S. Imagine like going with them and exploring the U.S. and colonizing the land and everything, and creating a society and build it. Dude, I'd be fucking proud.
That's something to
They
really
would
be proud
be
of.
very
Well,
ashamed
well,
of what this country has become.
Not the raping and killing of the
Yeah,
Indians,
yeah,
but
not
but
that.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
why do
I
I-
know what
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why do I look if you like George Washington was straight gangster?
I mean, a lot of them were.
You
bro,
have to be gangster back then.
Bro, you gotta put in mind, those motherfuckers stood together and took down what was a world power at that point.
And the facts, how is England, the
Gonna lose
biggest
her.
world power, had control of the entire world at
At
one point,
yeah.
and then you're gonna let 13 colonies
Just
strap you
absolutely
up?
fuck you. Yeah,
I'm
nah.
saying,
But
Like-
but that just goes to show how like patriotism back then was just way different now.
yeah,
You feel me? Like Derek said, bro, those 13 colonies, like everyone stood together and fought for what they believe in. Everyone fought for their rights to live and everything.
They stood for something.
Yeah, and then now it's like I mean, it's basically comfort. Like I said earlier, it's comfortability. Once you get too comfortable, you stop fighting for what you. It's like getting in a relationship, right? My number one thing with my relationship, and I feel like this is how I've been able to just keep my relationship the way it is because no matter what, I wake up every day, and I know my girlfriend's the same way. Where it's like she can leave me whenever she wants, right? I already know that no matter what, especially as a guy, no matter what you fucking do, there is someone out there looking to take your spot.
Yeah.
Nigga, you're married, and I already know people are still looking at your wife, even when you go out. I'm like, yeah, I could probably take her from him. You feel me? As a guy, bro, you should wake up every single day. And
If there wasn't guys like that, I would be worried.
that's what,
yeah. That's why it's good to be like around competitive males.
oh, 100%, bro. And that's another thing that's keep dead. Like,
I don't mean to interrupt y'all, but
you gotta go. Oh, I was trying to like rock it and sing. I know.
All right, real
Alright,
quick,
relax.
do your outro though.
Oh my god, this
Oh,
thing.
my outro music?
Hang on, I'm gonna walk you out, bro.
I mean, we can wrap it up if you want to.
Yeah.
I'll say yeah.
All right, hang on, bro. Sit down for the outro, real quick.
Yeah, I'll say we can wrap. I didn't know what
Alright.
time he was leaving, but yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. This has been GRC episode 8.
Sir.
Episodes are really improving a lot, shortening out the time. Don't want to waste too much of everyone's time, especially like episode 1. What was
Yeah.
that, like 4
It was
hours?
a 5 hour. That episode was so lit though, bro.
I know.
Episode 1 will forever.
It was.
Nelson, bro. Look, bro, you've been blowing me recently. I still haven't responded to your
Yo,
text. 'cause I
Nelson,
don't know how to
bro.
respond to you.
Nelson been moving real funny recently.
But nigga, like you could at least make a return for episode 10.
Episode X. He gotta
Like
be
at least, bro. Like that's like the minimum, like kind of like vibe, bro. Like you have to come back. We're doing episode 10 at LA Fit. Are we still doing it at LA Fit?
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
we
if
gotta-
Josh lets us.
He'll let us.
We gotta figure out if we want to do a pre-record and just premiere it, or want to risk losing connection.
I feel like what you should
Pre-record,
do.
I guess.
No, what you should do is just come in one day with your laptop and then just do like see how your connection works.
Yeah.
And we can just rock.
Yeah, I'll
see that.
come in sometime this week.
But yeah.
Alright, everybody. This has been GRC episode 8.